Donald Trump is still holding rallies despite all the legal troubles and forthcoming criminal trials, and the rallies are only indicative of continued further decline. The latest rally was last night in North Charleston, South Carolina. South Carolina's Republican primary, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Trump poised to win and defeat Nikki Haley even in her home state. Trump starting off the rally with overt, provable lies, looking disoriented the entire rally, appearing agitated and confused at different times. Here, Trump claims there has never been an empty seat at any of his rallies, despite the fact that at many rallies, they seem half empty and often empty out while Trump is talking.
I've never had an empty seat, right? This place is packed, they're all packed. I never get credit for being a great speaker. I don't know if I'm a great speaker or not. Who the hell knows? I never get credit. Right? I never get credit. I don't know. Henry thinks I'm a very good speaker. But, no, every rally, like this one, turns out they're all rallies, because if we have 1,000 people, 10,000 people show up, they're all rallies. But they come by the thousands. We never have empty seats. We never have anything empty. We usually have to put screens like this outside so people can see. We did it in Nevada.
Obviously, this is a lie. There are regularly endless empty seats. And this only led to Trump then fixating on Joe Biden, pointing out that in a television appearance, Joe Biden's eyes were round, which, based on my understanding of Joe Biden's race, isn't that normal? Wouldn't you expect his eyes to be round? I don't understand.
We get it. Congress ought to impeach crooked Joe Biden for attacking his political opponent by weaponizing the DOJ, the FBI, and even the local DAs and attorney generals.
Oh, and by the way, sorry, this is the clip. The first he starts with, they should impeach Biden right away. Then we'll get to the round eyes thing.
Against his political opponent. They ought to impeach him, because that is the most undemocratic thing that you can do. This happens.
Trump demanding the immediate impeachment of President Joe Biden, and then going into the his eyes are round material.
They are. Do you see this guy on television today?
Yeah.
I mean, he's like a crazed lunatic. Round eyes. The eyes are all round as hell. But I know he didn't have any plastic surgery. I know.
Anybody know what Trump is talking about? And maybe Trump's reaction to Joe Biden's eyes is because Trump's eyes are noticed, especially the right one, are almost completely swollen shut during these rallies. They're just almost completely closed. I don't know what the obsession is with Biden's eyes, but probably projection on some level. And then attempting to be more substantive, Trump substantive, attempting to be more substantive, Trump talking about Bidenomics versus MAGAnomics. See if this makes any sense to you.
That's what's up. Let's compare the smoldering records of Bidenomics. How about that name, Bidenomics? With the incredible success we had just 3 years ago under President Trump on MAGAnomics. You ever hear that term? I just heard it. I just heard it. And I like it. I said, let's use it every once in a while. Let's use it in South Carolina.
It's really quite a record to compare, isn't it? The smoldering remains of Bidenomics. First of all, when he talks about 3 years ago, how great things were, Joe Biden was president 3 years ago. So again, does Trump not remember when he was president? Does Trump not understand what year it is? 3 years ago was already Joe Biden. Now, Bidenomics sees unemployment at record lows, sustained under 4% for the longest stretch in 50 years, 15 million jobs added under Joe Biden, explosive stock market growth, beautiful GDP numbers, inflation has come down dramatically. MAGAnomics, as I've said, for a while, the Trump economy was fine. It was basically continuing a similar trajectory to what we saw under President Obama. Trump did leave office with fewer jobs than he started, making him the only president other than Herbert Hoover to experience that. In his partial defense, he did have COVID as a major factor for that. The unemployment rate was 6.3. When Trump left, it's now under 4. And then never mind Trump's mishandling of the pandemic, both medically and economically. So this idea that the economy is just rubble under Joe Biden, but was perfect under Trump, just doesn't comport with the facts. And then lastly, Trump tells an obviously made up story about mountain climbers being unable to get over a prototype of the U.S.-Mexico wall that I guess he wanted to build, but didn't.
But they needed the panel. It's called an anti-climb panel. I said, I don't like the way it looks. They say, the difference is they can climb over it without it. With it, you can't climb. We had Mount Everest climbers, and we had a lot of drug dealers, frankly. We said, give us your best climbers. And they couldn't get over the panel. We built 5 up.
Trump arguing that they got the best the best drug dealers at scaling fences and also Everest climbers to test the wall, and they were unable to get over it. Of course, widespread viral videos of just random people utilizing under $100 worth of parts from Home Depot were able to get over Trump's prototype wall very, very easily. So Trump, disoriented and distracted, clearly concerned about what's coming for him. And if you need to understand the latest source of this concern, he's running out of legal money. Legal money is drying up. That's what I want to talk about next. Many of us have holiday parties, New Year's parties coming up. You may enjoy an adult beverage. And let's face it, after a night with drinks, you don't necessarily bounce back the way maybe you used to. So you've got to make a choice. You could have a great night or a great next day. Until ZBiotics came along. Our sponsor, ZBiotics, makes the world's first genetically engineered probiotics. Created by PhD microbiologists, ZBiotics is a probiotic drink, breaks down the byproduct of alcohol, which is responsible for some of those feelings the day after. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. This byproduct, not dehydration, is to blame for how you feel the next day. ZBiotics pre-alcohol probiotic produces an enzyme to break that byproduct down. It's designed to work like your liver, but in the gut where you need it most. You drink a tiny bottle of ZBiotics before having any alcohol. You then drink responsibly, get a good night's sleep, and you will feel great the next day. ZBiotics works for so many people. Read the reviews online. Go to zbiotics.com/Pacman and you'll get 15% off your first order when you use code Pacman at checkout. The link is down below.